IoT. Okay, IoT or the Internet of Things. So basically, if we have the physical objects, things, okay, things or objects, then we could embed some sensor software and technologies to them, okay, and we could use them, we could repurpose them for exchanging the data. The best example could be, so here the umbrella could be one of the best examples of your application of IoT. Okay, so if your umbrella is smart enough, okay, that it will get all the information about the weather from the internet, and when there is a there's a rain about to happen, let's say in the later part of the day, in those cases it will warn you through a simple reminder light, okay, that that rain is about to happen. You take the umbrella with you, a particular light blinks and you will be able to know, okay, there is a rain that is going to happen and you have to take the umbrella with you. Okay, so not only that, we will be only transferring, like transmitting and receiving the data to those things. Okay, the data that we will be collecting from these things, from that we will be also making some meaningful inference basically. Okay, so the best example could be, if you have an air conditioner in your home. Okay, if that air conditioner is intelligent enough to detect that you are arriving in your house, and it will just turn on and keep the home cool, okay, just before you arrive. Okay, so that could actually solve a lot of problems also. Some people might be turning on air conditioning for the day long because as they will be coming home, their room will be warm and it will be like difficult for them to be basically sit there. So that kind of application we could also uh, do with the help of IoT. So here in this experiment, basically, we will be implementing an IoT network using the Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay. Not only that, we will be implementing an IoT network. Okay. We will also be uh, setting up a few conditions. Okay. If a few conditions are met, okay, then only the IoT network will, like, let's say in your home, let's say a room is there. Okay, and in that room, let us say that we have some air conditioning, one air conditioner is there, one coffee maker is there, some more devices are there. Okay, so when you are arriving at home, then those devices should be on. So what we will be doing is, we will be implementing such a network using this Cisco Packet Tracer. We will be taking a few such appliances, smart appliances, and then we will be registering them to a particular server. Normally, when you buy something, let's say that Google Now devices or any other devices that you buy, any IoT devices, they need to be registered in a particular server. Okay, then only they will work. So what you will be doing here is also you will be connecting them to a particular server. You will be activating them. Okay, so they will be connected to an activation server basically. And once they are activated, they will be able to record the data. Okay, and according to a predefined conditions, okay, they will be performing some actions. Okay, so our aim will be like that. Okay, so let me just provide a brief overview, like where you could find the IoT devices basically, and how you will be uh, configuring the basically the network, IoT network. Okay, so let us first go to the physical layout. Okay, in the physical layout, you could see again we are at the intercity. Okay, and our home city is located. Okay, so as you know, the IoT network is a is a home area network basically, which is there in the periphery of a house basically. So here we need, this is our corporate office, but we need basically a house. Okay, so let us just go and add a house here. Okay, let me just use the magnifier. So here, if you go here, you could find, if you click on this physical layout, okay, you could find, you could create a new building. So what I am doing is, I am just creating a new building. Okay, if you click on this create a new building, a new building has come up, if you could see. Okay, here office building is written. So let's say I am naming that, let's say my house is this one, and let me name it. Okay, let me name it my house or my home. You could name it. Okay, so we will be implementing that network inside this house. Okay, so in this house, if you see, this is the, if I go inside that house, you could see the layout is available here. Okay, layout of the house is available here. Okay, and here you could see a door is there. This blank space that you see is the door, and this whole box that you see here is the room. Okay, so in this room we will be placing a few IoT devices, and then we will be connecting them to the internet via a home gateway. Okay, so let us add the devices. In order to add the devices, IoT devices, okay, on the bottom of the screen, okay, on the bottom of the screen here, you could see end devices are there. If you click on this end devices icon, then you will go to this home icon. If you click on this home icon, you would find the different devices. So let me bring an air conditioner here. Okay, let me keep it here. Okay, and then let me bring a coffee maker also. Click on this coffee maker. Okay, and let me, just a minute, something has opened up. Okay, so let me place that coffee maker here. Okay, I will click on that coffee maker and I will place it here. Similarly, okay, I could also keep a fan here. Okay, so these are the devices. Fan will be in the middle of the room. Okay, so these are the devices that I will be connecting. And let's say I have a smart door also in my home. This door that is there here, it is also a smart door. Okay, now let me just rename these devices a little bit. This is my AC. Okay, and this one is my coffee maker. Coffee maker, and this one is my door, and the above one is your fan. Okay, I have named the different devices accordingly. Okay, now the next thing that I will be doing is I have to connect these devices to the internet. Okay, to the IoT network. Basically I have to connect these devices. So for that I will need a home gateway. Without a home gateway it will be difficult to connect these devices. Okay, so for that, again, I will go to network devices. Okay, if, on the bottom of the screen, you could see the network devices icon is this one. If you click on it, okay, you could find the wireless devices are there. In the wireless devices, you could find the home gateway is there, home gateway. So let me add a home gateway here. Okay, this home gateway is here. Okay, so these are the devices that we will be needing. Okay, the home gateway is, you could see the color has changed of my screen. This is because I have turned on the that I want to view the Wi-Fi networks. Okay, that's why it is showing like this. And if you could see, the range of this device is also given. If I click on this config and then wireless, you could see that the range of this device, this home gateway, is already provided. So the range is 250 meters. Okay, that's why you could see that it is covering the whole house. Let's say I am just reducing it to 50 meters. Okay, 50 meters only. So you could now see that the range is reduced. Now you could see that the range is reduced. Again, if I just reduce it little bit further, let me go to wireless and make it 25 meters. You will see that that way the range will be again reduced. See, the range is only 25 meters in this case. Okay, but 25 meters will not solve my purpose. Okay, so let me keep it at 50. 50 was good. 50 or 100 will be good. Let me keep it at 75. You could choose yourself also. Since I have to provide the service in this area only, I will keep it to 75 meters. That's all. Okay, so suppose you will be working on an IoT network in which in different rooms you will be having different IoT devices. In such cases, okay, you have to increase the range to, let's say now it is 75, I could make it 150 or something. Okay, if I make 150 meters, obviously it will cover my whole house. Okay, so now you could see how much it is covering. It has still not covered the whole house. I have to bring it to the middle, I think, somewhere. Then only it will cover the whole house. Okay. So this way, actually, we could add the different devices that are there in the home. Okay. And let us also arrange these devices, okay, in the logical layout. Okay. In the logical layout, you could see that these devices are already connected. Okay. Let me keep them in a sequence in this order. Okay. Now what I could do is I could just draw a small box, okay, and I could name it. Huh? Let me draw a box here. I will draw this box to signify, okay, that this room is basically. Let me type it something. Yeah, I have already drawn the rectangle. Let me just put a small note here that this is the living room. Let's say this is the living room. Okay. So let me just place a note here. This is the living room. Okay. So in this way, I have only done it for one of the rooms. You could do it for more number of rooms also. Okay. So these devices are now connected to the home gateway. Okay. Then in order to connect them to the internet and all other networks, we will need a router. You could have more than one router, but for simplicity, I am just using one router. You could use more than one router, remember it. Okay. And just one more thing here, if you could see, I have connected these devices without any password. Okay. To the home gateway, I have connected them without any password. But if you want, you could also provide the passwords also. Okay. If you use WPA PSK or WPA2 PSK, there it will also ask you a passphrase that you could provide. So you have the facility to make this communication secure. You could always do that. Okay. So now let me bring, okay, another router here. Okay. So I will again go to the network devices. Okay. I will bring a switch and then a router. Okay. So let me bring a switch, the 2950T switch that we were earlier using. Let me bring similar switch. Okay. And then let me also bring a router. Okay. So I will use the router PTMT, the same router that we have used in all the other experiments. So let me use a similar router. I will be connecting this network to a simple server. Okay. So I will also need another switch here. Okay. So let me bring another 2950T switch to this location, and then a server also. So I will go to end devices, and in end devices, I will bring a server. So let me bring a server here. Okay. So remember one thing, that I have only used one router here. Only one router I have used, but you have the choice to add more number of routers too. There is nobody is stopping you. You could have a IoT network in which there will be multiple rooms. Okay, living room, kitchen, okay, dining room, all these things you could have. Okay, and accordingly you could have the devices or the things that will be relevant there. Okay. So in this case, I am only using a single living room where I have these three devices, and then I have a smart door. That's all. Okay. So now let us connect these devices with each other. Now, in order to connect these devices to the router, my router needs to have some LAN ports. So I have to add that. Let me just do that. Okay. Let me just zoom in and let me just add the different devices. Let me turn it off. Okay. And let me bring the LAN ports, Ethernet cards basically. So I have put some LAN cards here. Okay. 3 will be enough. 2 will be enough actually. If since my network is very small, but in your case, you may require more also, or you may require more number of routers also. Okay. So this way, I have added the different LAN ports here. The next thing is to connect these networks. Now to connect these, I am using the copper straight through cables. Okay. So I will click on this DL, this home gateway, and I will connect that to the switch. Okay. I will connect that to fast Ethernet 0/2 because I will be connecting fast Ethernet 0/1 with the router. So let me connect this one with the router. Just remember to which port you are connecting. Okay. In the same way, I will also connect this server to the switch. Okay. And then I will connect the switch, okay, to the router. Okay. So in this way, I have connected them. Okay. This way you could connect it. You could always have more number of routers. Nobody is stopping you. Okay. The next thing that we have to do is, obviously we have to configure the network. So let me just configure the network a little bit. So in order to configure this network, okay, I have to go to internet. Okay. So here I will be choosing a static IP address. Okay. So let me use whatever is available. Let's say let me use 192.168, okay, .1.2 as the IP address for this home gateway. Okay. And let me also use provide the subnet mask. The subnet mask is default here, and the default gateway will be 192.168.1.1. This is same as we were doing in the earlier cases also. Okay. And in the LAN, you could see these are the IP addresses that are assigned to the different devices. LAN here you could see 192.168.25.1 is the address that is assigned here for the LAN. But for internet, we have chosen it's to be it is in the range 1.0, 192.168.1.0. That is that in that range, these IP addresses are there. Okay. So once you have done this, you should also configure the router. So let me go to the router. Okay. So in this router, I have to go to config. I have to check actually to which terminal this is connected. So if you click on, keep your pointer on here, you could see FA0/0 is the terminal to which it is connected. So I will go to FA0/0, which is this one, and I will provide the IP address, which is 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask is default, and you should turn it on, port to on. Okay. So this thing is done. Okay. So this part of the router is ready. Next, I have to configure the server as well as the router that is connected here. Okay. So my server is like this, if you could see. Okay, I have to go to config, and then I have to go to that desktop, and then IP configuration. Okay. So here I have to choose the static IP address. Let me choose 1.0.0.2 as the IP address of this server, and the default subnet mask is default, and the default gateway I will choose it to be 1.0.0.1. Okay, that will be the address that I will be allocating to the router. Okay, so this thing is done. One more thing that you have to do is you have to go to config. Okay, and then in config, okay, in this server, you have to configure the different services. Sorry, you have to go to services, not config. You have to go to services. You have to turn this IoT service on. Okay, this is important. You have to turn on this IoT registration server on. This thing you have to do. The next thing that you have to do is you have to again configure this router. Okay, the other port of this Ethernet port of this router. Okay, so let me do that. So I will go to fast Ethernet 1/0. Okay, here I will be providing the IP address. Okay, that is 1.0.0.1, and the subnet mask is default, and port status is on. Once I have done that, I should I have to also provide the IP addresses here. Okay, in the RIP, I have to add the different IP addresses that I have used here. Okay, so let me use 1.0.0.0. This is the first address I have used. Then the next address that I have used is 192.168.1.0. This is the one address range that I have used. Second, I have also used 192.168, okay, dot 25. If you see, the LAN is using 25.1. So let me use 25.0 here, and let me add it here. Okay. So this way you could add the different devices here in this way. Now the network is connected. Okay, the network is now connected. That's why you could see everywhere it is green. That means network is connected. The next thing that we will be doing is we will be configuring the registration server. Okay, that is very important. You could just see how we will be configuring that registration server. So you have to click on this registration server. Okay, you have to remember its IP address. If you could recall the IP configuration, okay, you could see that the address of this server is 1.0.0.2. Okay, so let me just close it. This was just to remember the IP address. Okay, so here you have to open the web browser. Once you open the web browser, you have to give the address of this server only. 1.0.0.2 is the address of this server. So if you just click on enter, okay, then it should show you this registration server login. But see, till now we have not signed up. Okay, so obviously if you enter any ID and password, it will not work. Okay, so let us sign up. Okay, just click on sign up, and then you could choose a username and password. So let me choose the username as Cisco. Okay, and the password as admin. Okay, and then click on create. Once you click on create, okay, you will get a window like this. Once you get a window like this, okay, the devices are ready to connect. But see, the devices are not connected yet. Okay, because you have to add those devices individually. So let me close it. Okay, and in order to like confirm that the service has started, I will click on services, and again I will go to IoT. And if you see this, the ID and password, the username and password that you assigned is present here, that means the registration server is working fine. Okay, so now our aim is to add the different devices in the IoT network. Okay, so one by one we will click on these devices. First is this fan. Okay, we will go to physical and not physical, we will go to config. Okay, and in this config tab, okay, if you could see in this config tab, on the bottom you could see the IoT server is there. Okay, so just scroll up a little bit and you will find the IoT server here. So I will be using a remote server. Okay, not the home gateway. I will be using a remote server. My remote server is located somewhere else, so I will give the server address here. Okay, so my server address is, if you could recall, it is 1.0.0.2. Okay, and the ID and password, username and password that I have chosen is Cisco is the username and password is admin. Okay, and then you click on connect. If it shows refresh, okay, then it means it is connected, otherwise it is not connected. Okay, so refresh, it is showing, which means it is already connected. Okay, in the same way I have to do this for the other devices also. I will click on this air conditioner. Okay, and again I will go to the config tab, and then I will scroll up. I will choose remote server. I will provide the server address 1.0.0.2. Okay, and the ID and password Cisco, and the password is admin. See, this kind of thing happens when you connect any IoT device. Normally if you are buying it from Amazon or Google, so it will basically log into a remote server, which is your Google server that is located somewhere else. Okay, so in this way you could connect it. Next, I will also add the coffee maker. Okay, so go to config. Okay, and then go to remote server and then provide the IP address 1.0.0.2, and then the ID and the password, which are Cisco and admin. Okay, respectively. Again connect this one.
Sir, sir, I just forgot, sir. In the router, we did dynamic IP or static IP allocation?
In the wireless you have to in the router,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
where you are asking, here you have to, you are asking about the router or the home gateway?
Sir, the router.
Now in the router you don't need to choose anything like that. See,
Okay, sir. Okay.
okay, in the home gateway you have to do a little bit of change. Okay, so here in the internet we have made it static. Okay, this is in the home gateway.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, So we have already connected these devices. One more, this door is remaining. Let me connect that also. So I will also click on config, okay, and then remote server, and I will assign the IP address here 1.0.0.2, and the username is Cisco, and the password is admin. Okay, so here I will connect it also. So this way you have to connect all these devices. Okay, let
So
me
what
show
did
you.
we just configure?
Uh-huh.
So we just configured the door.
You have to also configure the door also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so once you have done all these things, okay, the next thing that we have to do is, let me just show you how you will be able to know whether a device is on or not. Okay, so you could click on alt, okay, alt, and then you could click on this device. Now you could see when I clicked on alt and this device, you could see there's a red colored dot that is showing. That red colored dot indicates that that device is on. Again, if I click, now it is off. Okay, in this way. Similarly, on the air conditioner also, you could see if I click on alt, okay, and then I click on the air conditioner, okay, it will be also turned on. Okay, so all the specifications are given here. You could adhere to that. Everywhere it is given. Just a minute. For instance, if I click on this fan, okay, for that also it will show. Yeah, you could see that I could run it at off, low speed or high speed. Similarly, for all these devices, the same similar settings are available. Similarly, if I click on the door, okay, in the door also I will have the specifications. You could see open, close, unlock, and lock. So these are the different things I could do with the door. Let me show you something. So this is this door, okay. So if I click on alt, okay, and then I click on this door, you could see the door has opened, okay. And again, if I click on alt and then I click on this door, it is now, this door is now closed, okay, but it is not locked yet. You could see a keyhole symbol is there. This green color symbol you see here, okay, this green colored symbol that you see here is the keyhole, okay. So if I click alt click left alt key on my laptop, and then I click on this keyhole, now you could see that it is logged. Red colored keyhole symbol means logged, and then green color means it is unlocked. In this way, okay. So this is how you could understand whether a device is working or not, okay, whether the door is open or not. Those things you could know from here, okay. Now let me go back to the server and let me add some conditions here, okay. So for that I will go to server, okay, and in that server again I will go to the desktop, okay, and in desktop I will go to the web browser, okay, and here I will type the address 1.0.0.2 because that is the IP address I have chosen for this server. So just click on enter. It will ask you the ID and password, username and password that you already created. So Cisco was the username and password was admin, okay. Just click on sign in, okay. And now you could see these are the devices. This fan has been connected, this AC has been connected, this coffee maker is connected, okay, and this door is also connected, okay. Let me just zoom out and show you that we could actually run these devices from this server also. We could check these devices. So if I click on low, you could see the fan is running. There's a little bit of line around the fan you could see, which signifies that it is running at a lower speed. If I click on high in that ceiling fan, you could see more number of lines are there, which indicates that it is running at more higher speed, okay. So let me turn it off, okay. Similarly, you could turn on the AC, okay. If you click on it, you could see a red light is visible in the AC. Red light is visible means air conditioner is on, okay. Let me turn it off. So in this way, you could turn on and off these devices from this activation server also, okay, from this registration server also. But my aim is not that. My aim is to turn on these devices automatically when a person is there in this room. So when a person will be there in this room, obviously when this, just a minute, obviously when this door is unlocked, at that time a person is present. So let me just close this door now. For the time being, let me lock this door. So when the lock is open, we can understand, okay, that some person is coming into the room. Okay, so let us take that as a condition and let us try to put that condition in this server. Okay, so let me go to that setting again. Yeah, so I have gone to the web browser. Okay, and then I have come across this particular menu. Okay, so I will go from here, I will go to conditions. So click on conditions here. So you could see there are no actions that are enabled now. So we have to add a action here. So click on this add icon. Okay, and then name, give a name. You could choose any name. I am giving it as human inside. Okay, that means a person is coming here into the room. So then I have to choose how I am going to notice that. So I will take the condition that if my door is, okay, the door lock is unlocked. Okay, there are two options here. Okay, and then conditions are there. Okay, so you could choose door lock is unlock, or your door lock is not lock, that you could choose. Okay, so here I am choosing door lock is unlock. Okay, so that is the condition that needs to be satisfied. So if the door lock is unlocked, which means a person is coming inside that room. He has unlocked means that person is coming. So that means I will turn on the fan for him. Okay, but since the fan status, then you click it here and make it low. Since air conditioner is also there in the room, I don't need to run it at the full speed. So make it low. So it will run but at lower speed. Okay, then another thing I will be doing. So click on action again. On the right side, you could see action button is there. You could click on it. Okay, and then you could add the air conditioner AC. Okay, as on. Okay, and true means, okay, it is on. Okay, if you make it false, then it will be off. Okay, then the next is, again I will click on the action button. Okay, my coffee maker should also be on. So coffee maker condition is on, is true. So these are the three things that I will be doing when this condition matches. Okay, so if you want to add another condition, let's say you want to check whether the window is open or not, then if you have to add a window there in the IoT things, and then you could add another condition here. Okay, here you could have another condition. So I don't require the condition now, that's why I have taken only one condition here. Okay, so once you have done all these things, okay, you have set these conditions, you should click on OK. Okay, OK, and this thing is set. See, okay, what is the condition? This condition is enabled. Okay, and name of the condition is human inside. And what is the condition here? Door lock is unlocked, which means I will take the following actions: set the fan status to low, set AC on, okay, and set coffee maker on. Okay, so these are the things that I will be doing. Okay, so here you could see, let me close it. Once I have done this, let me just close it. Let me go back to home and let me close it. It is not required now. So things are ready now. Okay, now just look in this room. Okay, so just let me bring this device a little closer so that it will be easier for you to observe. Okay, so now you could see this door is locked. Let me unlock this door and you observe these different appliances. Right now these appliances are off because on the coffee maker that red dot is not there and not on. Similarly, AC is also off and fan is also off. So I am just unlocking the door. Alt and then click on this keyhole. Now see, the devices are now on. Okay, so that was the condition we had set and now it is on. However, I think when I will close this one, I will lock this, the devices will not turn off. So you have to add another condition to turn them off. Okay, so you have to do that yourself. I am not going to tell you that. I suggest you to try it yourself. Okay, but this is how you could set up a IoT network using this packet tracer. Okay, so here I have chosen only one router. Okay, you could have more routers. Okay, and you could choose more homes also. This is one home. Okay, let me go back to the physical layout. Okay, so in the physical layout, if I just go back, if I go back to my home city. Okay, so this is my home city. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so here you could see Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. So here you could see my house is there. Okay. So only my house will not be there in a particular locality. There may be many houses. Okay. So you could have different houses here. Okay. You could make different houses here, and in different houses you could connect different rooms. In this house, you could see only one room is connected to is having IoT devices and are connected. So what you could do instead is for the other rooms also. Okay. Think of a practical scenario. Look at your house. What are the different rooms are there in your house? Accordingly, you add the different devices and you set different conditions. Okay. So what you could do in this experiment is, okay, you will be configuring these kind of IoT networks. Okay. And then also you could also try to connect the different devices. You could set different conditions. Okay. And then you could observe how the things are happening. Okay. How to set the different conditions, all these things you could observe yourself, and you could add the same to your report also.